Hello, everyone, and welcome to another show in the gray area. Man, the NFL keeps bringing great weeks of football. I'm here for it, excited for it. What I've got for you today, covering like 2 games and then just one team that has stood out to me recently, and then just taking a look at the AFC a little bit, and just some important notes on what I'll be doing with the show over the next couple weeks. So, with that said, let's jump right into it. So, the Chiefs and the Raiders. The Chiefs beat the Raiders 41-14. Played an amazing game, and they looked like how the Chiefs play, like how we were used to them playing before just into this season, when it started to fall apart for the Chiefs a little bit. So, impressive wins by the Chiefs. Now, there's two sides, two takeaways from this game. Well, one's like, oh yeah, the Chiefs, they're great, they're back, they're as amazing as ever, serious Super Bowl contenders again, like they figured it out, and they're back. Then the other side is, well, this was just a good game. You know, how bad teams have good games or whatever. Like, they played the Raiders, who just couldn't do well. And so the Chiefs, they really aren't back, aren't their great selves, you know. They're just so these are two sides, and watching this game, okay, here's where I stand on that. I mean, a lot of people have been in in the middle of this, where like they're kind of a borderline top 10 team now. I think they're getting better, and that's where I'm at as well. I was gonna say something and I forgot it. So I tend to lean more toward the Chiefs are back, and here's why. I look at this game and I'm like, what's the difference between this Chiefs Raiders game and how they had been playing? If you look at the turnovers, 0 interceptions. There was they did lose 1 fumble, but they got 1 turnover. Okay, they gave up 1 turnover, and the Raiders gave up 2. You know, so they won the turnover battle of the game. I know it's just by 1, but Patrick Mahomes threw no interceptions and looked a lot better. He threw for 5 touchdowns as well. You know, so when he's not turning over the ball, he's usually doing pretty well. And so the Raiders gave the Chiefs trouble last year. Like, the Raiders beat the Chiefs, and then it was a very close game. The Chiefs barely beat the Raiders last year in their 2 games. So to go to Las Vegas and beat the Raiders that much, that really I think that was really good. The Raiders aren't a bad team. They lost their head coach, but they were still doing pretty well after that. And right now, I'm not fully there with, okay, the Chiefs are back. I want to see how well they do versus the Cowboys. If it's like a close game, I understand. If the Cowboys win that game, if I had to predict that game, I don't know who I would pick. Because the Chiefs, or the Cowboys, they lost to the Broncos, but I think that's because of Broncos' defense, and the Broncos have a better defense than the Chiefs. I think the Cowboys will put a lot of points up on the Chiefs, and the Chiefs will put a lot of points on the Cowboys. I think it'll be kind of a shootout game, but I think the Cowboys could. I would probably take the Cowboys, but no surprise if either team wins. But anyways, with the Chiefs, so they're going to go face the Cowboys. If the Chiefs win, or if it's like a really close game, then I'll say the Chiefs are back as Super Bowl contenders. Not the best team in the league, but Super Bowl contenders. And right now, honestly, I might put them top 3 in the AFC. I'll get back to that. Last comment here. With the Chiefs, I can say with confidence that they make the playoffs. Patriots versus the Browns. It's very, very simple. The Patriots beat the Browns 45-7. Very simple, okay? The Browns are getting worse. The Patriots are getting better. And that's how it's going. The Patriots are 5-1 in their last 6 games. Mac Jones could break the record for completion percentage among starting quarterback rookies ever. The Patriots, they brought together a lot of players this offseason, like a lot, and now they've become a team, and they're doing very well. The Patriots, a lot of people are like, okay, Mac Jones, they found their guy, and I am inclined to agree with them. Mac Jones has a very strong case for offensive rookie of the year. He's been doing amazing. He struggled a little bit at first, and I remember he wasn't doing well with explosive plays. He wasn't doing well with the plays with 20+ yards, but now in the season, they're very high in the NFL for big plays. Mac Jones is now. So he improved on that. One little thing that he wasn't very good at, and now he's doing a lot better. Maybe it's just the team that he got on, but right now it looks like he was the best rookie quarterback. Maybe that's the team, maybe it's the coach. Very, very well could be, but it's all working out well for the Patriots. They could make the playoffs, they could win a playoff game. I'm confident in the Patriots in doing well. Their next 4 games are versus the Titans, Bills, Colts, Bills. I think they can beat the Colts. The other 3 games are going to be very tough. I want to see if they win half of those 4 games. And if they do, I still think the Patriots are doing well. And if they win all 4 of those games, that's a force to be reckoned with. I don't think they could beat the Bills, especially twice. And the Titans and Bills, top 2 AFC teams. That's where I'm at with that. So, and having those 2 as 3 of your next 4 games, that's tough. They have the Jaguars right after that, though. So, okay. Take a quick look at the AFC. The AFC has only 4 teams of 16, only 4 that are below 500, that have more losses than wins. Only 4 out of 16. The rest are either half or more. 11 of the AFC teams have 6 or 5 wins, and this is after everybody's played 9 or 10 games. They have 6 or 5 wins. 11 AFC teams, and then 1 team, the Titans, have 8 wins. So the Titans lead the AFC with 8 wins, and then there's 11 teams with 5 or 6 wins. It's a tight race in the AFC. Anybody could make the playoffs. any of those 11 teams could make the playoffs. Some people are like, well, I mean, like the Broncos, they have 5 wins. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. But the AFC is really close right now. Okay, quick comment on the Titans. I was wrong about the Titans. They lost Derrick Henry. I'm like, that's their star player. That it's going to be tough. They're gonna definitely be a decent chunk worse without Derrick Henry, and they're gonna struggle a little bit because their run game is their strong suit because of Derrick Henry. But I was wrong about that. They have won both their games without Derrick Henry so far. Beat the Rams and the Saints, and they're doing just fine without Derrick Henry. So I'm impressed. They're 8-2 now. Lead the AFC. Really good team. Really good team. Bills and Titans are kind of tied for number 1, in my opinion, in the AFC. And then the Chiefs, remember how I said they might be top 3. I don't think they're better than the Bills or better than the Titans, but I think they could be right there. Important note here, Thursday night review and predictions are not in the show because I'm filming it early because I have a busy weekend. So I'm filming this before the Patriots-Falcons game. So that Thursday night review and predictions will be on my Instagram this week and next week. And next week, I will not have a show. It's Thanksgiving weekend. I'll be busy. I cannot film a show. So there will be no show. I will still put Thursday night review and predictions on my Instagram. But that's it. So enjoy your Thanksgiving. All right. Follow my Instagram so that you can see that. And then like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will see you next time.